everybody, and welcome back to another one of Handbag Angel's YouTube videos. Hello, if this is your first time here, and thank you very much for choosing to watch our channel today. If you are unfamiliar with Handbag Angels, then we are the home of luxury handbag liners and organisers. We have handbag liners for over 400 different designer bags. We do them for Mulberry bags, Chanel bags, Louis Vuitton bags, Gucci bags, YSL bags. The list could go on. If you want to check out our handbag liners, then you can do so on our website, and I will link our website in the description. But as well as offering luxury handbag liners, we also like to talk all things handbags here on YouTube. Today's video is going to be all about one of the new it bags from Louis Vuitton, which is the super cute, super adorable mini bum bag. Now in this video, I am hoping to give you a very in-depth review and my first impressions of this bag, talk through the pros and the cons, show you what fits, show you some mod shots, and even show you the new handbag liner that we have designed especially for this bag. So first things first, let's do an overview of the mini bum bag. So as you can see, it is in Louis Vuitton's classic Monogram Canvas. There is a small vachetta tab on the front there, and that just says Louis Vuitton Paris on the front. Louis Vuitton actually described this leather as natural leather on the website rather than saying vachetta leather. Now I will double check, but I'm not actually sure if it's the same as the classic vachetta leather that Louis Vuitton have historically always done on their bags, so I will double check that. You have the small zipped pocket on the front, and then you've obviously got the zip opening on the main compartment. When this handbag was first launched, it was very hard to get hold of. It was either showing as unavailable, out of stock, or even the only option that you had was to call to see where you could possibly source it from. However, I do think it is a lot more readily available now. Are we perhaps late to the trend? I'm not sure, I hope not. However, we were getting asked to design a handbag liner for this bag quite a lot, which is why we have then decided to get it in. And the mini bum bag currently retails for £1,460 here in the UK. As well as the adjustable leather strap, you also get a beautiful gold chain with the bag. Now on the Louis Vuitton website, this strap is shown to be kind of hanging from the bum bag like this. So it's kind of a decorative strap and a functional strap, because you could just use this chain by itself as like a really cute shoulder strap. But on the website, the model does wear it like this, with this kind of hanging down here. Now I think personally that it's a little bit too long to be kind of like a handbag charm. I think it would look a lot better if it was a little bit shorter, more like that kind of length. But then again, if you had it shorter, you then wouldn't be able to use this as a either top handle bag or a shoulder bag. And it is worth noting that both straps are removable, so you can take off the chain and the leather strap altogether. One of the main things we first noticed about this bag upon unboxing it was how nice the interior is. Usually you just get that, I don't know if it's canvas, I think it's canvas. Usually you get the dark red canvas interior on smaller bags like this, but this is actually a really nice dark brown suede, and that is all the more reason just to get a handbag liner inside it, because suede does get marked and it is very hard to clean. There is literally nothing to note other than that about the inside. There are no pockets or anything like that. You do just literally have this really cute zip compartment on the front, and I will get into it in a little while, but this pocket is actually very functional. Now obviously I'm sure we all remember the iconic and the ever so popular Louis Vuitton bum bag that was released 2 or 3 years ago now. That bag literally took the world by storm. It was impossible to get hold of. Everybody wanted one. However, I do now think that that has really died down now. Obviously it has been discontinued, so you literally can't get it unless you're shopping pre-loved. But I do think that kind of fizzled out a little bit, and they've now kind of relaunched it in this mini size, so people have kind of got the hype going again. But I do actually much prefer this one to the original Louis Vuitton bum bag. I much prefer the size, and I just think it looks so much nicer overall. So next I will just show you the handbag liner that we have designed for this super cute mini bag. So here is the liner. We have done this one in the colour Scarlet Red. As you can see, we have designed this to be the kind of bum bag shape, and that's because everything we do here is for the handbag in question. There is no one size fits all. Everything is custom made and bespoke to the handbag that we are perhaps talking about. So as you can see, the shape mirrors the bum bag really well. Because you're already quite limited on internal space, we haven't put any internal pockets on this liner, so you might be thinking, well, what's the point of it? The point is to protect that really nice suede interior. It slots in perfectly, and as you can see, it is the perfect fit. Now, if you wanted the colour of the liner to match the inside of the bum bag, then I would suggest going for treacle toffee. However, we always think a nice pop of colour always looks really nice inside your handbags. So now I've shown you the liner, let's move on to what you can actually fit in this bum bag. When you are considering purchasing a mini bag, the first question is usually, will it fit my phone? I own a iPhone 14 Pro. I'm actually using that to film this video, hence why I've not got it here. But I can confirm that that fits inside this bag with the liner inside. For the sake of this video, I do just have a phone case, but just so you know, for reference, an iPhone 14 Pro does fit inside. And I do feel like that's always so handy because it saves you either carrying your phone or perhaps just popping it in your pocket where it's not as safe. So in the back of the bag, I'm firstly going to put in a phone case. I then kind of want to see if all the essentials will fit inside. So I've also got a mini hairbrush. I always like to carry one of these. Just think they come in handy. And then I have a Chanel hand cream, my car key, and a Dior lip gloss. Now you do have to do a little bit of rearranging to just kind of utilize the space as best as possible, just so you can fit in as much as you possibly can. So I'm just kind of doing a bit of rearranging here. So in there so far, I've got a phone, a full-size hand cream, a key fob, a hairbrush, and a lip gloss. And then I also have a pair of glasses, maybe a pair of small sunglasses as well. Would also fit, maybe not some big square ones, but small pair of glasses also fit on the top there. And then let's just try and zip that up. Don't want to squash my glasses. And look at that, all that is in this tiny bag. Now you might be thinking, what about a purse? Personally, I would not carry a purse or a card holder inside this bag. Instead, what I would do is utilize this front pocket, like I mentioned earlier, and just pop all my coins, cash, and cards in there instead. So for obvious reasons, I haven't brought my bank cards to show you on the video. I just got some gift vouchers, which are kind of credit card size. But they slot in there so easily, and I tested before doing this video how many you can actually get in, and I had 5 in my purse, had 5 different cards, and all 5 easily fit in there, and there was definitely room for some cash and some coins as well. And you can kind of bring the pocket forward a little bit. It's not like it's a really stiff, difficult pocket to get into. You can actually bring it forward and access it a lot more easier. So I would say that this bag definitely fits all the essentials, and whilst it is a mini bag, it's quite deceiving. It does actually fit quite a lot, definitely a lot more than other mini bags on the market at the minute. Obviously some people will carry a lot more than the other person, so for you this might be quite small. For me, that is absolutely perfect because on most days I wouldn't really need to carry more than that anyway, apart from work obviously, where I need my laptop and my larger purse and things like that. But for the weekends and possibly evenings, that would be me sorted. So I am really quite impressed with how much you can fit in there. Now let's talk about the ways that you can wear it. So like I mentioned at the start, you've got the leather strap and the chain. So the natural leather strap is fully adjustable, and you can wear this on the shoulder or across the body. Now across the body is kind of the way that the model on the website kind of wears it, and the idea being that it's like a trendy kind of bum bag, so it sits quite high up. It's not a literal crossbody bag, and you have 7 holes, so there are quite a few different lengths that you can wear this bag. The only annoying thing about this strap I've noticed, if you've got it on the longest length, you then can't thread the strap through this tab. This tab is fixed and like stitched on. And then likewise, if you were to wear it on the shortest length, let me just quickly adjust that, you're then gonna have loads of the strap kind of hanging around. So once you thread that through there, this kind of becomes a little bit pointless because you've then got the strap flapping around. That is the only minor kind of flaw with the strap, but that does just give you an idea as to how short you can actually make it, because that is ideal kind of under the shoulder length. Now this is a bum bag, and obviously bum bags are meant to be worn around the waist. That is kind of the whole idea of them. So let's see if I can actually fit this around my body. It's actually not something that I've tried yet, but one thing I'm going to be a little bit wary of if I was to wear this around my waist is how pale this strap is, especially if I'm wearing dark clothes. So for today, for example, I've actually got black trousers on, so I wouldn't really want to wear this all day around dark clothing, just because the last thing you want is colour transfer. So let's kind of do this live. I've no belt loops on, which kind of doesn't help. Oops. So already I've actually got quite a lot of strap left over. In fact, that's going to be way too long. Let me just shorten the strap. So I've now got this on the, is this the shortest? Let me check. No, so this is the second to shortest, and I can see that's just not right. You could not wear this bag like that. Let's try the shortest one instead. So even on the shortest one, I personally don't like how that sits. I think it sits a little bit too low down. If it's sat up here, I would much prefer that. So in conclusion, maybe not the most practical bag to wear around your waist. You probably would have to possibly look at buying a different strap, a shorter one, and one that's just more suitable to wear around the waist. And now let's just remove the leather strap for now and take a look at the gold chain. Now I really like the colour of this chain. I know it sounds a bit random, well, gold is gold. It's not. You can get really horrible yellowy gold colour chains, but this, it's almost like a bit brassy, a little bit muted, which I think looks really nice. Now if you were to just use it with the chain, I think it looks really nice like that, but do bear in mind it's quite short to get on the shoulder. If you had like a bulky coat or jumper on, you'd struggle to get it under, because I've only just managed to get it under my shoulder with just like a jacket on. So do bear that in mind, but I do think it looks really cute like that. And just to carry that as a top handle, it's a little bit different. It's kind of like a bit of a utility kind of style bag with all these pockets. Then you've also got the delicate chain, so I think that's quite a nice contrast. And you could just use it as a clutch bag and have the chain kind of dangling. That also looks quite trendy. So there are definitely a lot of ways to style this bag, which I think is a huge pro. And I really like the fact that both straps are removable. Sometimes brands do bags and they might have a long strap with a detachable shorter one, but then the long one is fixed. I love it when you can just take both of them off and perhaps even change it to something else you might have at home, a kind of pearl chain or just a different chain altogether. I love the fact that they are both detachable, and I think it's also a massive bonus that the leather strap is adjustable. And I also think that the two compartments on this bag are a really big game changer, especially when it comes to fitting as much as you possibly can inside the bag. One kind of con would be the colour of the leather strap, like I've already mentioned. I'd be a little bit wary of colour transfer. I did mention a slight con about the strap, and it's the fact that this, I don't know what you call it. I'm not sure what you call it, but the fact that this thing is fixed and then it leaves you with this bit kind of hanging around. I would find that a little bit annoying, but it's really not that major. Now for me, one slight con, but this might not be a con for other people, I probably couldn't wear this as a bum bag, and that is literally what it is intended for. It's called a bum bag. For me, it just doesn't sit right around my waist, but it might do for you because obviously that depends on size and which hole you would need to wear the strap on. I know I said that for me this is a brilliant size handbag, but for other people it might be way too small. That's kind of subjective to what you carry and how you use your handbags and what kind of handbags you like to use. For me, it fits everything I need, but for you, it may be too small. And I pretty much packed that to the brim, so do bear that in mind. And I did mention before that I think this is a little bit too long to kind of use as a handbag charm, as well as using that. If it was a little bit shorter, I think it would look a lot cooler. But then again, if it was shorter, you wouldn't be able to get it under your arm. So it's kind of like pros and cons. And just one other thing to note about the strap. If I was using this bag on like a daily basis, I probably would feel more comfortable using it if the strap was perhaps dark brown, just because I'm a worrier when it comes to handbags, and with vachetta leather, especially Louis Vuitton's pale vachetta leather, I just get so worried that I'm going to mark it or perhaps get rain spots on it. Even your perfume can leave like very faint spots on it. So for me, that'd just be something I would have in the back of my mind. So if you're a bit like me and you're a worrier, do bear that in mind. And one other pro of this bag is the fact that it is Louis Vuitton's Monogram Canvas. It matches pretty much everything. Even the green that I've got on today, I think it looks really nice against. And it is basically bomb proof. If you were to scratch something against this, it's very unlikely that it will show up, in comparison to a more delicate leather as well, like for example, Chanel's lambskin leather, ultra delicate. If you were to get a bum bag in lambskin, you would be, well, I personally would be really scared of using it. This, you can pretty much bang it around, you can take it anywhere, and you wouldn't have to worry about damaging the actual material of the bag, because Louis Vuitton Monogram Canvas does tend to be pretty durable and very practical. And that does conclude today's video on the Louis Vuitton Mini Bumbag. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments and one of the team will get back to you. I will leave the link to our handbag liner for this bag in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you'll subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.